NFL veteran safety Justin Reid speaks, people in the football world tend to listen. The former Kansas City Chiefs star, and now a key figure in the New Orleans Saints defense, isn't known for throwing compliments around loosely. So when he recently opened up about San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy during a candid interview, it raised eyebrows and maybe even silenced a few critics. Reid, who faced Purdy in the biggest possible setting, the Super Bowl, had every reason to give an honest take. And guess what? He didn't just praise Purdy, he defended him. In a league that often undervalues late-round picks and loves to slap the system quarterback label on anyone not drafted in the top 5, Reid's words carried weight, especially considering the stakes in that Super Bowl clash, where Purdy nearly led the 49ers past Reid's own Chiefs in a game that went to overtime. Speaking at the American Century Championship at Lake Tahoe with NBC Sports Bay Area's Matt Maiocco, Reid didn't mince words. He sees Brock Purdy not just as a good quarterback, but as one who's earned his money. And when a two-time Super Bowl champ says that, it's time to pay attention. Now let's talk context, because this isn't just some generic endorsement. Justin Reid didn't come out of nowhere with his praise. This is a man who's been in the trenches, a man who studied Purdy under the brightest lights in football. A man who for 3 years was an integral part of one of the NFL's most dominant dynasties, the Kansas City Chiefs. With 2 Super Bowl rings in his pocket, including the most recent one, Super Bowl LV8, where he faced off against Purdy and the 49ers, Reid understands better than most what it takes to survive in that kind of high-pressure environment. And he's not blinded by bias. His comments came during a lighthearted golf tournament, sure, but there was nothing casual about the message he sent. Reid isn't trying to create headlines. He's just telling the truth as someone who's been in meeting rooms and film sessions, who prepared for Brock Purdy like a threat, not an afterthought. That Super Bowl wasn't decided by luck or gimmicks. It was a chess match, and Reid came away from it with a deeper respect for the guy under center in red and gold. Let's not forget that Purdy has had to prove himself again and again as the literal last pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. Mr. Irrelevant, he was never supposed to be this guy. Nobody gave him a shot to be a franchise quarterback, let alone the face of one of the NFL's most storied teams. And yet here we are, barely 3 seasons into his pro career, and the 49ers have locked him in with a 5-year, $265 million contract extension. That's franchise quarterback money. That's elite tier. And naturally, the critics came out in full force. He's just a product of Shanahan's system. It's all McCaffrey and Debo. Put any QB in that offense and they thrive. We've heard it all before, but Reid sees through that noise. He went on record to say that Purdy executes that system better than anyone before him. Better than Jimmy Garoppolo, better than Trey Lance, better than all the names that tried and failed to take the reins. Execution is the difference between good and great. And according to Reid, that's where Purdy shines brightest. That's an important distinction. Because what separates a good quarterback from a truly great one in the NFL isn't just physical tools. It's consistency and execution under pressure. Reid made a compelling argument. He said it's all about execution of the system, and he's not wrong. We've seen quarterbacks with stronger arms, faster legs, and higher draft pedigrees completely flame out in Kyle Shanahan's offense. It's not plug and play. It's plug and deliver. And Purdy delivers again and again. Reid pointed out how the guys before him, including former first-rounder Trey Lance and Super Bowl runner-up Jimmy Garoppolo, couldn't elevate the offense the way Purdy has. It's not about who the quarterback is. It's about how they operate. Purdy doesn't just survive in that system. He thrives in it. He doesn't play hero ball. He trusts his reads. He gets the ball to his playmakers. It's a style. That might not show up in highlight reels every week, but it wins games. And in a results-driven league, that's what matters. So yeah, when Reid says a guy like that deserves to be paid, he's backing it up with more than words. He's backing it up with respect earned on the biggest stage, and Reid's respect for Purdy goes beyond a one-off performance. It's based on preparation, on game planning, on seeing firsthand what kind of command Purdy has at the line of scrimmage. In the Super Bowl, Reid wasn't just another player on the field. He was part of a Chiefs defense led by the legendary Steve. Spagnuolo. This is a defensive coordinator who's faced Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Joe Burrow, the list goes on. And even he didn't take Purdy lightly. According to Reed, Spagnuolo made it a point to emphasize how serious a threat Purdy and the offense posed. That's huge. You don't game plan with that kind of urgency unless you truly believe a quarterback can hurt you. And in that Super Bowl, Purdy did just that. He didn't throw for 400 yards or light up the scoreboard, but he controlled the game. He gave his team a chance to win. That's all you can ask for in that environment. When coaches and defenders of that caliber are preparing for you, like you're one of the top guys in the league, it's time to stop with the system QB nonsense. Another telling moment in Reed's interview came when he talked about what teams actually want in a quarterback. He broke it down simply. You want a quarterback that can execute the game plan and always give your team a chance to win. Period. Not someone who throws flashy no-look passes or runs a 4.440. You want someone dependable, and that's what Purdy has become. Week in and week out, he puts the 49ers in position to succeed. That's not luck. That's not smoke and mirrors. That's preparation, intelligence, and leadership. Reed made it clear that Purdy brings those qualities in spades. He called him very solid, a game manager in the best sense of the word. Someone who understands his role, understands his weapons, and maximizes the offense's potential. That's not a slight, that's a compliment. It means Purdy knows how to make winning plays. And when you have that kind of guy under center, the whole team plays with more confidence. Reed saw it. He felt it. And he's not the only one. NFL defenses know Purdy's a problem. And now, so do the accountants. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Looking ahead, Reed will get another chance to face Purdy when the 49ers travel to New Orleans in week 2 of the 2025 season. You can bet that game is already circled on both players' calendars. It's a rematch that carries more than just early season implications. It's a test, a measuring stick. Reed, now part of a revamped Saints defense under new coordinator Brandon Staley, is eager for the challenge. And Purdy, fresh off his contract extension and a full offseason as the unquestioned starter, will have plenty to prove. This isn't just another regular season game. It's a chance for Purdy to reaffirm his place among the league's elite, and a chance for Reed to show he's still one of the best safeties in the business. That individual duel, safety versus quarterback, experience versus youth, is gonna be electric. Reed knows what Purdy can do. He's not underestimating him, but don't think for a second he's backing down. This is personal. This is professional. And for fans, it's gonna be one of the must-watch matchups of the early season. Let's also not overlook Reed's football lineage. He's not just any NFL safety. He's the younger brother of former 49ers star Eric Reed, who patrolled the secondary for San Francisco from 2013 to 2017. That connection adds another layer to Justin's insights. He understands the 49ers organization, its culture, its fan base, its expectations. When he speaks about Brock Purdy, he's doing so with more context than most. He's seen how this team handles quarterbacks. He's watched how they rotate through talent looking for the one, and in his view, Purdy is that guy. That's not just analysis, that's appreciation. It's the recognition that the 49ers finally have a quarterback who fits their vision. Someone who doesn't just keep the offense on schedule, but elevates it. Coming from someone who's grown up around the league and competed against the best, that means something. So when Justin Reed, a player with championship DNA and deep ties to the Niners, gives his stamp of approval, it's not just newsworthy, it's significant. He's not just talking about stats, he's talking about belief. Brandon Staley, Reed's new defensive coordinator in New Orleans, also adds intrigue. 49ers fans know that name well. He served as San Francisco's assistant head coach in 2024, which means he knows Purdy inside and out. That familiarity could prove crucial when these two teams clash in week 2. But even with that inside knowledge, Reed and the Saints defense will still have their hands full. Because what makes Purdy dangerous isn't just scheme familiarity or predictable tendencies. It's his ability to adapt, to read defenses on the fly, and to deliver under pressure. Staley will try to throw new looks at him. He'll disguise coverages. He'll bring pressure from different angles. But Purdy's calm demeanor and sharp decision-making give him a chance to beat even the best-laid defensive plans. That chess match, Staley and Reid versus Purdy and Shanahan, is gonna be fascinating. It's football at its most cerebral, most competitive. And the fact that it's happening so early in the season just sets the tone. Get your popcorn ready, folks. At the end of the day, this isn't just about one player defending another. This is about respect earned through performance. Justin Reid didn't have to speak on Brock Purdy. He could have dodged the question or given a generic answer, but he chose to go deep, to be honest. To acknowledge that in a league obsessed with measurables and draft pedigree, sometimes the most important quality is simply being able to win. And that's what Brock Purdy does. He wins. Whether it's at home, on the road, in the playoffs, or nearly in the Super Bowl, he gives his team a chance every single week. That's what quarterbacks get paid for. That's why the 49ers opened the vault. And that's why defenders like Reid, who've stood across from Purdy in the biggest moment of their careers, are saying he deserves every dollar. So the next time someone says he's just a system guy, remember this: systems don't throw touchdowns. Systems don't convert third downs in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. Players do. And Brock Purdy, he's that player. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.